Hi, my name low quality content. The characteristic user for this class is arrogant person. In the field they are king. In advance investigation. They died a lot, in fact they always holding back. Cannot used full attack, spam skill. Because others people get annoyed quickly. Moving on. Spellcaster. Contribute to the annihilation enemies by using a wide variety of attack skills. The main skill composition is as follows. Attack skills, range type, charge type. Self-buff skills, attack follow type, EP recovery type. Compared to other classes, it also has the ability to use many attributes. Also have a slowing effect and some forced movement. There are many skills for spellcaster that consume EP, generally things like MP, to use. EP recovery methods include down plus normal attacks and skills. If you can smoothly attack and recover EP, you will be able to fulfill your role. Therefore, if you just stand there and use skills repeatedly, you will fall down quickly. It is no exaggeration to say that defensive techniques such as safe positioning are more important than attacking. Just because you have a lot of long-range skills doesn't necessarily mean you can keep your distance from the enemy. There is also a lineup of short-range skills that can be used. If you can combine those skills and adapt to the situation, your chances of survival will increase. In other words, spellcaster role is to provide damage while ensuring a safe position. I think the success rate of difficult missions will increase if you are conscious of the positioning. Spellcaster allowing you to freely manipulate attributes. If you can contribute to increasing the attribute accumulation value according to the situation, the contribution to the entire party may be enormous. Class shared abilities. Class specific gauge, EP, engram points. Trinity shot, normal attack. A normal attack that can be performed without consuming EP. You cannot move during the attack, but you can cancel it by jumping or dodging. Grade 1, the normal third stage of no directional input lowers the enemy's resistance and increases damage dealt by all attributes by 20%. Effect time, 30 seconds. It is effective against bosses and named targets that will be long battles as it benefits others besides yourself. However, if you attack with the enemy's resistance attribute, it will only increase by 4% instead of 20%. Grade 1, explosive bullets with left and right input plus LMB have fast attack motions and have a strong effect on enemies. And some enemies that are weak to being blown away, mostly small and flying types, will be taken down in one shot. Grade 2, the high power bullets of up plus LMB have high power even though they can be used easily without consuming EP. Grade 3, down button plus LMB is a valuable EP recovery method. Effect amount, 10% of maximum EP per second. Effect duration, 30 seconds. It's not that bad when viewed alone, but when used together with concentrate, the amount of recovery is enough that EP will not be depleted even if the skill is used repeatedly. Grade 4, the attack range of the left and right button plus LMB explosion bullets has been expanded, making it easier to handle, and the stagger effect has been strengthened. Evasion attack. Engram charge, class action. Tactical skill. Fire blast, consumes 25 engram point. It's a range attack, it won't hit multiple enemies unless the enemies are solid enough to be in close contact with each other. EP consumption is reduced by 10 when activated at maximum charge. Grade 1, charge level 2 takes time, but has good EP efficiency. Grade 2, the charge rate is a little faster, but the damage remains the same. Grade 3, it is now possible to charge up to charge level 3, and the power has greatly increased to approximately twice level 2. The initial charging time is long, but once quick charge is applied, it will charge up to level 3 in about the same charging time as normal level 2. Quick charge, granted when Fire Blast is activated at charge level 3, lasts for 5 seconds. The duration is short and it is difficult to use alone unless you are in a situation where you can repeatedly perform charge attacks. It becomes easier to use when combined with flame grenade quick charge, lasts for 30 seconds. Beta damage about 25% grade 3, continuously at the point of impact, with a maximum of 5 hits per shot. Enemies that are continuously hit will continue to receive a stagger effect similar to a direct hit from a fire blast. Lightning, consumes 12 engram point. Although it penetrates instantly and has good fuel efficiency, the damage is low. However, each hit will hit up to 7 times the number of enemies involved. So if you hit a group of enemies repeatedly, you can earn a large amount of chain for one enemy. Without lock-on, multiple lightning bolts are fired in parallel at equal intervals. And with lock-on, all lightning bolts are fired towards the enemy. Ice Shard, consumes 25 engram point. A short-range magic attack from grade 2, the range expands. Grade 3 movement speed is reduced. Temporarily staggers enemies and slightly knocks back small enemies. The movement speed reduction effect can be stacked with Blizzard. Concentrate, cooldown 60 seconds, duration 20 seconds. It is a valuable EP recovery method, but the interval is long, so timing is important. Used when rushing enemies with high HP or quickly clearing out large numbers of enemies. Flame Grenade, consumes 30 engram point. Explodes when it hits an enemy or terrain. The attack range is wide because the blast wave spreads widely. When activated at maximum charge, engram point consumption is reduced by 5. Grade 2, the charge rate is a little faster, but the damage remains the same. G3, you can charge up to level 3, the power is approximately 150% level 2. The initial charging time is long, but once quick charge is applied, it will charge up to LV3 in about the same charging time as normal level 2. Quick charge, granted when flame grenade is activated at charge level 3, lasts for 30 seconds. Alpha, the range of the blast becomes a little larger, allowing the attack to reach considerably longer distances. Beta, increases the stagger effect, making it easier to stop enemies, and also causes small enemies to fall. The charge level doesn't matter, so if you fire continuously without charging, you can suppress the actions of a group of enemies all at once. Thunder Mine, consumes 20 EP. It tracks the enemy, but the speed is very slow, so when hunting in the wild. As the name suggests, it would be better to use it as a landmine before the enemy approaches. The number of bullets that can exist at the same time is 6 bullets. 2 shots, per player. When you fire the third shot, the first shot explodes on the spot. Blizzard, cooldown 25 seconds, duration 10 seconds. Deals damage to enemies within range every 0.7 seconds. It is good at total damage, accumulates attributes quickly, and makes it easy to earn chain numbers. However, since it is a stationary system, it is difficult to be effective against moving enemies. Since the movement speed is reduced, if you shoot at a place where enemies are gathered, it will be difficult for the enemies to scatter. Blaze Blast. Range is short and it is necessary to get close to the enemy, it can attack continuously. Damage appears to be 6 hits per second, the actual hit detection occurs every 0.5 seconds, so the chain increases at a rate of 2 per second. Spellcaster's tactical skills allow him to walk while attacking, which is rare. EP consumption increases while moving. Grade 1, engram point efficiency is poor and cannot be fired continuously. Grade 2, engram point consumption decreases, making it much more convenient to use. When stationary, combined with Trinity Shot G3's continuous EP recovery, it will gradually decrease. Grade 3, increases damage by 10%. Alpha, engram point consumption while moving is the same as when stationary. Beta, while emitting flames, you will have super armor. No longer flinching when hit, and will not be interrupted by enemy attacks. Thunder Sphere, cooldown 25 seconds, duration 25 seconds. Since the lightning ball will not attack unless it is at a very close range, is it better to use it to increase damage in close range combat? And it will automatically land at the same time as the enemy respawn, so it is a convenient skill. During the duration, grade 2 can be hit up to 25 times, grade 3 can hit 31 times, and alpha can hit 35 times. Icicle, consumes 25 engram point. Coordinate specified area attack. It can be fired repeatedly and deals a fair amount of damage, making it useful for mass hunting. Ice blocks also have a slight frightening effect. Grade 2 and Grade 3 increase the number of ice blocks, but the damage does not simply double or triple. However, as the number of hits increases, the ease of earning a chain will greatly increase. The activation motion is short, the power and range are excellent, and the EP cost is also good. When specifying coordinates, the camera moves to a high position. But if there is a low ceiling or an object, it may be blocked and become very difficult to see. Although it has a high overall performance, please be aware that it will be less effective against ice-resistant enemies. Follow bullet, cooldown 70 seconds, duration 25 seconds. Since this is only when using tactical skills, magic bullets will not fly with normal attacks. Weapon attributes are applied to magic bullets. The basic usage is to use it when repeatedly firing skills. Magic bullets have a certain degree of guidance and fly towards the target. Perhaps due to the trajectory. If the distance is close enough to make contact with the enemy, it may not hit. Alpha, increases the number of bullets fired, but the power per bullet remains the same. Beta, increases the frightening effect and allows you to stop the enemy in their tracks. However, unlike flame grenade beta, it cannot be knocked over. Arc bullet, consumes 30 engram point. It fires a bullet similar to the follow bullet above, and the weapon's attributes are also applied to the magic bullet. It is most efficient if you want to accumulate attributes that are not in the caster's skills, such as light, darkness, and earth, but it is needed in rare cases. At first glance, it looks like it will guide you, but in reality it just draws a unique trajectory, and unlike follow bullet, it does not have any guidance. Also, although it is a complete single target attack, its power is less than icicle. If you are equipped with a weapon that is resistant to ice and has a weak point, it is a strong option for a single attack. Alpha, in addition to the stagger effect becoming medium, a knockback effect will now occur. Beta, an explosion will occur when a bullet hits an enemy. This explosion hits separately from the bullet, so there are a maximum of 12 hits. Engram upper, cooldown 25 seconds. The small attribute reduction given by the skill stacks. With the small attribute reduction from normal attacks or Trinity shot. Ultimate skills. Meteor Inferno, cooldown 140 seconds. Now you reach level 50, that mean end game they said. You must consider to uninstall this game already. Write a reviews about this game is empty. In comment section people who has this class only. Start healthy discussion, share opinion, make better guide about this class.